Hey guys, my name is Christy and this is my Crafty Country. For my first DIY, I'm going to remake this wooden pumpkin from the Dollar Tree, and I used some painter's tape and taped it off so I could paint the top and the bottom. And the color I used, this was Waverly chalk paint, and I believe the color was agave. So I did 2 coats across the top and bottom, and then I removed the tape while the paint was still wet. That way it would get the nice clean line. And then I was going to go and cover the middle with some scrapbook paper. So all I had to do was mark it and cut it down to size, and then use some Mod Podge. And I ended up doing the Mod Podge, letting it dry, and then ironing the paper on. That way it goes on smoother. So that's what you'll be seeing me do here. Once I get it ironed on, I'm going to take my sanding block and just sand off the edges. Just make sure when you sand, you drag the sand block down. That way you don't accidentally pull the paper up or shift it from side to side, because then you would just have to restart that process. So now I'm going to use some gel super glue and glue on this welcome word that I also got from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to use one of the blue picks and just get a few pieces and glue them to the top, just for a little bit of added flair, I guess. But I absolutely love this. I love how the agave paint from Waverly mixed so well with the florals that I got at the Dollar Tree. Then after I get done with the florals, you'll see that I strung up some beads on a piece of twine, and I just let them natural wood color, and then I glued those to the back for the hanger, and that was all there was to this DIY. Nice and simple, but it turned out so pretty. I absolutely love this one. DIY number 2 is a cutting board that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to cover this with the same kind of scrapbook paper. But first I wanted to get the glitter off there, so I just spritzed it with a little bit of water that I have in my spray bottle, so it softened up the glue that holds the glitter down. Then I was just able to scrape it off. So then here I am going to put a good layer of Mod Podge over it and do the iron technique again. And I did lose a little bit of footage on this one, but it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll kind of walk through it as I go and explain any footage that may be missing. So I did 1 to 2 coats and then let it dry, and then did the iron on like I did on the pumpkin. And now I'm just going to dress it up a little bit with some florals that I had in my stash. I believe they're from Walmart. And this blue jean ribbon, I'm going to make a little bow to put right on top of my floral. And this was from Dollar General from last year. I just happened to have a little bit left over and made a cute little bow and dovetailed the ends and stuck it right in the middle of the floral. Once I had this all done, I did go in and put a dot of hot glue on each of the tails to hold it down kind of off to the side. That way you would be able to use the clip. And this is one of the magnetic clips from Dollar Tree, and I just secured the magnet to the clip a little bit better than it normally is with some hot glue, and then hot glued it to the board. So this is a menu board that you can also put your recipe box on the back of it, because I put a little platform on the back, and I absolutely love it because you can have your recipe out on your counter and hide your recipe box all at the same time. So totally functional and adorable. For DIY number 3, I'm going to remake a little window decor piece from the Dollar Tree. And first thing I did was take the little piece off the front, the little diamond shaped thing, and then I spray painted it with some matte black spray paint. Now there is a backing on this that you can unscrew, and that is what I'm messing with right here, is the backing. And I just got one of the Dollar Tree cutting mats and traced out the size that I needed and cut it to fit on the backing piece. So once I had that cut out, I just hot glued it to the piece and then trimmed up the edges a little bit better because there was a little bit of overhang. And this is kind of like a picture frame, the way it works. So I'm putting this on the back of the picture frame, and then in a minute I'm going to attach it to the front piece, so you'll see that and maybe understand what I'm saying a little bit better. But I did use some window clings. I think the pumpkin was on the Dollar Tree window clings, and then I had this Gnome window cling that I believe was Dollar General, and I just attached those to the cutting mat. No glue necessary, I just put them on there. And then I used hot glue to glue the front frame back to the backing to where it looks like the little gnome is inside the window with this pumpkin. Then I have this black wooden crate, or this is a wooden crate, and then I made it black. I spray painted it with that same matte spray paint and hot glued it to the window. That way I can sit a candle in the back and it sits on the shelf, and it's really cute look. I absolutely love this one. For my next 2 DIYs, I am going to be using some printables that I will link below, so you can go and print those for free if you like. And what I did was I used this frame photo holder, and I just took the back off and got rid of the string that was inside it that held the clothespins. And then I covered the black piece of card stock in the back. I covered that with some white cardstock paper. That way I could attach my printable to it with some double-sided tape. Now, to get this white paper on there, I did need more than just one sheet because it was a little bit longer than a normal sheet of paper. So I just kind of doctored it up and used a glue stick to attach the white paper to the black backing. Then you'll see I used the double-sided tape to put the Hello Fall sign on, and that was all there was to this. It's super easy and super cute. Like I said, I'll put the printable in the description box so you can go check that out, print it off for yourself. And I really hope you guys like this one. I absolutely love these printables. I actually went on the computer and designed them, so I'm super proud of them and absolutely love the simple look that you can get. Kind of set this by your tier tray or on a shelf, whatever you choose. For DIY number 5, I'm going to be using another printable and one of these frames that I got from graduation time, and I just took the glass out of it to lay on top of my design, and then I just marked with a pencil where I need to cut. Then I cut it and put it inside this frame, and that one was done. So this is like this most super simple DIY, and I already put the artwork on for you, so just go and print that off and cut it to size for any shape or size frame you have. I hope you guys enjoyed all these fall DIYs. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below and hit that bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a video. I'll see you guys in my next video.